So in Acts 20, verse 28, this is Paul preaching to the elders in Ephesus. He says, "Keep watch over yourselves and over all the flock, of which the Holy Spirit has made you overseers to shepherd the church of God, that he obtained with the blood of his own." Acts 20, verse 28. So we can see God is the one who has obtained the church, who purchased the church with the blood of his own. But in the Greek, if you just read it straight across, it's the blood of his own. Via to amatos to evu. It's not the normal pronoun that you would associate with the third person singular. It's not off to, it's evu, which is comparatively rare. Now, we have a lot of evidence that this particular phrase, the blood of his own, the phrase his own, is actually a reference to one's own dear relative, suggesting that the passage through the blood of his own is not referring back to God. It's referring to God's own son. And I think the New Revised Standard Version just flat out translates it as the blood of his own son in order to make that particular point. I do want to make this point too, that this particular passage actually proves that God is only one person, because it talks about God with the blood of his own. And his own, of course, refers to the fact that God is only one person. This is not a tripersonal God. This is one person who is God, who seems to have blood associated either with himself or with someone belonging to him. So when you look at standard Greek grammars, like Moulton's Grammar of the New Testament, which actually has a new updated version in the year 2025, in Volume 1 on page 90, he says, and I quote, "In the papyri, we find the singular," in reference to the word evu, the word for his own, "we find the singular used thus as a term of endearment to near relations. For example, ovina to evo keirin," which, if you translate that, it is the certain one to his own relative, and then you have the word greetings, like you would use in any sort of letter or epistle. So clearly it's one person writing to his own dear one, and that's the same word in the singular that is used here in Acts 20:28, suggesting, of course, that this is the blood of his own dear one, namely the blood of his own dear son. It's not God's own blood, it's the blood of his son,